As far as I'm aware now, is that one win can only be obtained every 24 hours. There is a possibility that I played this game yesterday and it's still in a 24 hours range, so if I'm lucky I'm going to get +1 only tomorrow. If I win tomorrow or the next day I play, wherever that is. So let's move on to unranked match and do another one, obviously. Oh, we'll have a good play. So now we're facing a Terran. I already know that the tanks are extremely devastating, absolutely madness to play against it, and it may be that I just have to do this, and let's try this out. What I want to say is that I have to build tanks, otherwise I'm in a serious trouble out there, because my Marine Marauder medevac tactic was simply crushed the last time I tried to work it out. In any case, let's build things up and move forward with this build right here, and we'll see how things are going from here. Okay, now that that's done, I'll be moving on to the Marine and command center here. Hopefully it's going to work out just fine. In order for me to build an orbital command, I need to build the barracks. I tapped accidentally my mic there. Okay, it looks like it's time for me to build this and order myself another Marine. Okay, so far so good. I'm expanding, things are moving forward. I wonder though just how well really do things like scouting really help. If somebody is for example noticing that there are no rushes incoming, what are the chances that one can with the relative ease tell a lot about the upcoming strategy that's about to take place. Okay, I'm going to build 2 of these instantaneously. With all that gas, I have no doubts that I can confidently go for serious upgrades. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go for a couple of more Marines and another refinery here. These 15 minerals can go. As far as I know, I only get 15 minerals into the bank. Okay, so I can already start my upgrades. So these are really quick upgrades here, and so far so good. Okay, I need to hotkey my command center is here and drop troops out in here. Okay, so let's build more Marines first. My tactic didn't change by much. I'm going to build myself a tank too. I'm still quite heavily focusing on the economy here at first, and as you can see, it looks like I've suffered from a relatively quick Terran aggression here, and it seems that that's going to be a certain end for me. One Marine squad was just enough to kill me up here. I'm sending all my SCVs to fight. Surprisingly, I'm doing incredible damage here, and I did manage to defend. However, as you may already notice, there's no way for me to win this because I'm out of SUVs and I'm just GGing out of this game. Let's look at his build order out there. So far, I find it very difficult to play against a Terran opponent because I'm losing it. So far, they tend to be much better players than I am. Let's look at his tactics. So he starts his barracks at a quite similar spot. However, he builds only barracks. Look at that waypoint right here. He's sending his waypoints or rally points, call them like that, instantaneously into the middle. He has 17 SCVs here, a refinery, and let's see how many barracks. 3 barracks are working so far, and 2 supply depots. He's starting to collect troops here quite quickly. Then the third barracks gets a tech lab, which would allow him to build marauders when that's viable. As you can see, he has a nice skin right here. You see, I can kind of take command here, but I'm not sure if that's really the case. I'll try this once again. The last time I tried to press this button, take command, it didn't work out that well. The game just pretty much ended with a victory of a person that didn't really want the game. So it's a mess. Okay, so it looks like he has himself 11 Marines here, and more Marines are incoming, and he's pushing out. He's pushing out, and it looks like he has this, and he won this. No doubts about it. Okay, so I'm pressing take command. I can choose him. So select the slot each player should replace. Okay, so I selected his slot. The game will end immediately if started with the current players. Really, the game will end immediately if started with the current players. You cannot take command of this replay without assigning a player slot. I don't know why the game will end immediately, it says. Okay, so I'm pressing this again. And unfortunately, it did end it. It did end it immediately here. Okay. It looks like it's best if I move out. I'll try to do something like that too myself now. Let's move into the match and try this one out. If I won't get super early aggression, maybe, just maybe, this is going to be exactly what's going to work out. You see, if I could deny my enemy's second command center, then things could as well go my way. However, it's unclear if that will certainly be the case. So I'm playing against the Zerg, which isn't really good because the Zerg can, with the relative ease, build himself a large number of links very quickly, and it's undoubtedly bad, real bad. Okay, so I'm going to do a very similar approach here. Obviously, if it's not going to work out, I'll just have to probably try another time. That's it. Okay, first things first, let's start with a supply depot. which will increase our supply. As you can see, if we hover on the supply here in the top right corner, we see how many civvies we have versus how many soldiers we have, which is awesome. Alright, so focusing mainly on this, and now we'll be building more barracks. If I remember correctly, he had something like 3 barracks maybe. Didn't have a lot more than that. Alright. And at the same time, supply depots will be needed. Alright. He will undoubtedly send his overlords soon to face us. And obviously that will make things very, very difficult. Alright. And okay, I'm building the Marines already, and I'm going for this refinery right here. Furthermore, more Marines should be built, so I'm stacking them up already, and well, hopefully we'll be having this in the bank as soon as possible. Now this is filled. Oh, look at that! Oh, wow! Absolutely incredible. They have attacked me with a super early aggression. That's what I call a super early aggression right there. Oh, wow. Oh no, he even has an overlord with him here. Fine. Let's just build up further, and we should probably be readying ourselves for our own offensive on our opponent out there. Obviously, these Marines may not be nearly enough. However, let's just hope that things are going to work out. Furthermore, I'll be consistently... Oh, look at that! I don't have a supply, so I need to, as quickly as possible here, to initiate this offensive. And let's go and see what does he really have there. So I don't have that many Marines. Oh, look at that! Good, good, good. We're moving into into his third base over here, and let's just do this. So let's move up relatively close, and let's take this out. Hopefully we'll be successful at doing this. And okay, that's good. So far, so good, obviously. And let's just kind of kill off his workers here. Let's attack the queen. Without the queen, it's going to be even worse for him. Now I'm stacking up resources here. Okay, I'm sending more where that came from. Alright, and so far so good. It looks like these Marines here will be killed off without much problem. However, I certainly need to build myself that command center. Without it, everything will just may go down to hell very, very quickly here for me. Okay, so I've got more troops now. Let's move on and attack him even further. Look at that. Alright. the less probes he has, the better it's going to be for me. And as you can already notice, I'm moving inside of his main base, fighting his probes, and he gives up. Wow, that was good. And let's move on to the replay. Instantaneously I can press rewind to do that. Obviously in this case we won't be looking at the statistics instantly, but let's look at it, how this has worked out for us so far. This was a aggression focused build. He moves his command center, as you can see, in the third spot, not in the second spot, which is already very good, because I wouldn't scout that spot. I would scout this one, see that it's empty, and would think that my opponent isn't up to much. Now, he initiates an extremely early aggression, as you can see with his first links. Even if he built himself a second command center, it's still a very, very early aggression. Now, let's see how that worked out for him. As you can see, he even passed my marine, and that's due to the fact that his warriors, or his dogs, here lings, are being not set on attack. Okay, I don't have much here. However, I have just enough to blast him. I'm sending my SCVs quickly so that my marines wouldn't die, and I could be potentially left without anything whatsoever. Now he knows that I have 4 barracks right here, so this is a sort of an indication that something serious may go down here. In any case, let's move on with this. I have successfully killed off his overlord, which puts his supplies, you can see, in the red right there. In any case, he already expects me to drop, and he built himself spore crawlers that will effectively defend him against aggression from drops and air units such as liberators. Now here he's sending a lot of drones to his second base, and I catch them, and it's a successful catch right here. He doesn't have that many troops. He has only 4 warrior troops that take up 4 supplies, so that's his 2 queens. He suddenly initiates a build-up for lings. However, I'm successfully attacking him here. I want to kill off his hatchery. I don't want to let it go. And it could be my mistake. I maybe could have just went into his main base, but maybe that's going to be for another game. This time I just want to do this the right way. Obviously, if this hatchery stays here, he would continuously be building links, maybe sending those links to attack my base, so let's do this right and kill this off. Then he's sending reinforcements. We can see the units right here in the bottom left corner. And here I'm able to take out his units and continue my push on him. So far so good. He doesn't have that many troops, however his lings are proving too much. He already has a speed upgrade for his lings, and that means they are much more effective than fighting in mass. But I'm not staying there. I'm attacking him further, and this is where his hatchery goes down. Unfortunately, I didn't move my soldiers, and they will die due to these broodlings, who will just die off after some time. So he obviously, we can say, defended this. However, I'm not stopping there. I am going to advance on him. He does have a couple of more zerglings here and there. He decided to quickly expand towards his second base now. He's not stopping. However, I was gathering my forces too, and it's another offensive. Another offensive which it would be very, very difficult to take care of for him. He already says GG, so that stands for a good game.